Hey everybody, it's Louise here from Wildflower Wool, and it is Monday. If you've been following me on social media as Wildflower Wool, you'll be noticing that the last few month or so Mondays, I have been posting pictures with the hashtag New Start Monday. So I thought I would follow up today's New Start Monday post with a little video showing you exactly what I'm doing. So my New Start Monday project for today is sock number 2. Some of you might recognize this sock. This is actually, I even hate to admit this is sock number 2 of my dad's Christmas present. It's still January, so I'm hoping I can get it done by the end of this week. Our good friend Asa from the Fiber Friends podcast Facebook group, if you followed along there at all, you know Asa likes to keep me on track by giving me countdowns. She has started a countdown for sock number 2. So I'm desperately trying to out-knit her countdown and get this finished. But I'll show you what I did finish on the weekend. Obviously, if I'm starting sock number 2, here is sock number 1. Now, I don't have it quite finished because I'm going to make sure Dad tries it on first before I Kitchener stitch. And oh, Daisy's making an appearance here. Come on. So I'm gonna have Dad try it on. I'll finish up the toe later on because, as most of you probably know, unpicking Kitchener stitch is not anybody's favorite thing to do, I'm sure. So I'm gonna have him try it on. But anyways, this sock is knit out of Patton's Croy sock yarn. I'm pretty sure my needles are a 2.25 because that's generally what I use. I'm using 5 double pointed needles. I've cast on 72 stitches and I'm using my super simple cuff down sock pattern that's available. I like that it's exactly like the title says. It's super simple and it's good for first time sock knitters, or it's just an all around good purpose sock. So I've cast on 72 stitches, the largest size for men, and I have worked the whole leg in knit 2 purl 2 ribbing, and then I've carried the ribbing down the top of the sock. Hopefully for a good fit. You know, when you're knitting for somebody, you don't have the exact measurements in front of you. Ribbing's always a good option, gives you a little bit of leeway. I think this colorway is probably discontinued. I've had it in my stash for a long time, but it is called Glencheck. It's a good man's color sock, right? Pretty kind of browny gray, tweedy color look in there. So my idea of doing New Start Mondays, I'm going to be doing this every week, and my plan is to do a little video showing you exactly what I'm working on, a little details of the project, and maybe a quick little how-to of some technical part of the sock, or whatever the project is. This week it happens to be a sock. It's also a stash busting initiative for me because I have a fair amount of stash around here that I really need to knit through. So this is hoping, I know some people have said to me, if you're starting a new project, that's 52 new starts a year, am I going to finish them? Well, it's all about starting, not necessarily about finishing, but I always find for me that getting started sometimes is the hardest part. Even though we get so excited about what our new project's going to be, sometimes when I come right down to it and I want to pull out my yarn and my needles, I get a little overwhelmed thinking about gauge and which needles and measuring your, blocking your gauge swatch. And sometimes I just don't start. Sometimes I actually put off starting for a while because it's just easier to pick up something that's on the needles. Anyways, this is going to push me a little bit to get something started every Monday. Once I've got it on the needles, I know my gauge is good. It's going to be sitting there. I can pick it up anytime I want. And I'm hoping to kind of stagger big projects and little projects so that I can get something finished in here. And with any luck, this sock will be finished when I come back and see you next Monday and show you what the next Monday's project is. I'll hopefully have a pair. That is the hope. Maybe they'll already be gifted. If I see my dad by then, I'll just have to take a picture and post it on Instagram. So I think that is it for now. So I would love to see your projects. If you want to knit along with me on New Start Mondays, you don't have to do every week, but if you're feeling inspired today by this video, post your pictures on Instagram. Use the hashtag New Start Mondays because I would love to search for them and find them, and we can inspire each other to get knitting together, because if you don't start, you can't finish. So happy knitting, everybody, and I'll see you again next Monday.